What does the TV series The Office have in common with Jehovah's Witnesses and Revelation 14 verse 20?
Yo, Mike, our town is dope and pretty. So check out how we live in the Electric City. They call it Scranton. What? The Electric City. Scranton. What? The Electric City.
That's right, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Let me explain.
Oh my God, I have so much to tell you.
Many Jehovah's Witnesses believe that Revelation, its grand climax at hand, was the first watchtower publication to tackle the Bible book of Revelation, but it was actually the finished mystery. And boy, did they teach some doozies in it. But we'll just focus on the one verse today. The book The Finished Mystery was released by Joseph Rutherford in 1917 after Charles Taze Russell's death. Joseph Rutherford was the president of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. They proudly mention the finished mystery in their Proclaimer's book, but of course they don't touch on any of the absurd teachings in it. By the way, that green Proclaimer's book is one of the most whitewashed books of JW history I have ever read. The Finished Mystery was one of the publications I had to get a hold of in person because I didn't believe the quotes online could be real. If you don't have a copy of it, I've included some links in the description below so you can read it. First, let's read Revelation 14 verse 20.
And the winepress was trodden outside the city, and blood came out of the winepress as high up as the bridles of the horses, for a distance of 1,600 furlongs.
What could that possibly have to do with Scranton, Pennsylvania? Let's jump to page 229 and 230 in the Finished Mystery. The winepress in 14 verse 20 apparently referenced the 7th volume of the Scripture Studies, the work that will squeeze the juice out of the abominations of the earth. Talk about conceited and arrogant, thinking that a book you wrote was prophesied in the Bible.
Idiot.
But it's on the next page where it really caught my eye. They painstakingly calculate the distances using blocks, average distances, railroad changes, and ferries. Can you believe that they taught that the 1,600 furlongs in Revelation 14 verse 20 represented the distance from Scranton, Pennsylvania, where the Finished Mystery was authored, to Brooklyn, New York, the headquarters at the time? Talk about forcing the wrong puzzle pieces in and trying to make them fit.
This is ridiculous.
That hasn't changed, though. Today, they force Jerusalem's destruction date as being 607 BCE, so they can make other dates fit with their doctrine. Some 70 years later, they were apparently blessed with some new light with their release of the Revelation Its Grand Climax at Hand book, but it isn't much better. Let's read it together. The river of blood from the winepress is very deep, up to the bridles of the horses, and it extends for a distance of 1,600 furlongs. This huge figure, produced by multiplying the square of 4 by the square of 10, emphatically conveys the message that evidence of the destruction will involve all the earth. So the Bible describes a distance of 300 kilometers, and JWs believe it emphatically conveys the message that destruction will involve all the earth? 300 kilometers. How is that a huge figure? I know science isn't Jehovah's Witnesses' strong point, but the circumference of the earth is 40,075 kilometers. 300 kilometers is only 0.75% of the earth's circumference. How could that possibly emphatically convey worldwide destruction? It's so ridiculous. Hundreds of years before the Bible book of Revelation was written, way back in 240 BC, Eratosthenes, a Greek mathematician, accurately measured the earth's circumference. He was only off by a few percentage points, so there can't be any excuse that an inspired Bible writer couldn't come up with a more accurate figure than 300 kilometers to convey world destruction, if that's what he even meant. Just like in the Finished Mystery, the governing body today pull out random illogical explanations and pretend they are blessed by knowledge from God, and nobody can question it because that would mean they are going against the organization and could be labeled an apostate.
Okay, when's the shunning thing gonna end?
Unshun. Never. Reshun.
Isn't it amazing how at first they knew that the 1,600 furlongs meant the distance between Scranton, Pennsylvania to Brooklyn? And today they know that the 1,600 furlongs, or 300 kilometers, means earthwide destruction? What will they know to be truth years down the road? Would a God that doesn't change inspire his followers with completely different teachings every few years? With their study edition of the Bible that was released just a little while ago, they actually did slightly change the measurements again.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Apparently Revelation 14 verse 20 only referred to 296 kilometers now, even less than before, but somehow emphatically conveys a worldwide distance. Do you think they'll release a new Revelation book in time, claiming they once again have new insight? Or will they hope the book disappears from JW memory just like the finished mystery?
Nah.